In the series of stories of superhit films shown on the Khabar Tak, the new link of story of film that I have brought before you today is the story of film Sakti. This film was released on the silver screen in 1982 and was directed by Ramesh Sippy. The lead role of this film was played by the then superstar Dilip Kumar and now the hero of the century Amitabh Bachchan. This was the first film in which both the great hero played together. The role of villain was played by Amrish Puri and Kulbhushan Kharbanda, whereas the character roles were played by Anil Kapoor, Smita Patil, and Rakhi Guljar. This film had won many national awards. That year, the Best Film Award was won in favor of this film, and also the Best Actor Award was given to Dilip Kumar for acting in this film only. This film had many good dialogues, a few of which I repeat for you. ठीक है यह काम अच्छा है जो तुमने सोचा है, लेकिन आसान नहीं। इसमें सच्चाई और ईमानदारी पर चलने वालों की जिंदगी कड़े इम्तहान लेती है। ओके ओके, द जॉब you have decided to do is good but not easy. Life takes a hard examination of those who swear in the truth and honesty. यहाँ काफी विलंब हो गया। आपके परिवार वाले आपकी चिंता कर रहे होंगे। परिवार वाले होते तो चिंता करते। तो आप अकेली रहती हैं? हाँ, मैं अकेली रहती हूँ। आपको अकेले जाते आते डर नहीं लगता? जब मैं अकेली होती हूँ तो सिर्फ मैं होती हूँ, और अपनों से डर कैसा? मुझे तो अपने से ही डर लगता है। आप भी अकेले रहते हैं? हाँ, मैं भी अकेला रहता हूँ। कोई लोगों के साथ रहते हुए भी तो अकेला रह सकता है। खैर, आप क्या करते हैं? मेरा मतलब आप काम क्या करते हैं? हमारे देश में काम की तलाश करना भी एक काम होता है। फिलहाल मैं वही कर रहा हूँ। दैट इज यस, इट इज टू लेट। योर फैमिली मस्ट हैव बीन वरीड। If it were my family, they would have been worried. Do you live alone? Yes, I do. Then don't you feel scared while going alone and coming? When I remain alone, it is just me. Then what do we get afraid of myself? I always afraid of myself only. You too remains alone? Yes, a person can remain alone even living with many people. Anyway, what work do you do? In my country, searching for the job is also a job. By this time, I am doing that. This film was famous for its melodious song and dance as well. The music director of this film was Rahul Dev Varman, and the voiceover was given by the legend singer Lata Mangeshkar, Mahendra Kapoor, and Kishore Kumar. A few of melodious songs I buzz for you. जाने कैसे कब कहाँ इकरार हो गया, सोचते ही रह गए और प्यार हो गया, जाने कैसे कब कहाँ इकरार हो गया। हम सोचते ही रह गए और प्यार हो गया। गुलशन वही, गलियां वही, फूल हो गई कलियां सभी, लगता है सेहरा मेरा तैयार हो गया। हम सोचते ही रह गए और प्यार हो गया। हमने सनम को खत लिखा, खत में लिखा, ए दिलरुबा दिल की गली सहरे वफा। हमने सनम को खत लिखा, खत में लिखा, मांगी थी एक दुआ वो कबूल हो गई, मांगी थी एक दुआ वो कबूल हो गई। उम्मीद की कली खिल के फूल हो गई, मांगी थी एक दुआ वो कबूल हो गई। हम सोचते थे ये दिल मुफ्त में दिया, कितना हंसी हमें तोहफा मगर मिला, कीमत हमारे प्यार की वसूल हो गई, मांगी थी एक दुआ वो कबूल हो गई। Now let me tell you the entire story of film Shakti. The story of the film Shakti begins with a train arriving at the station from which Ravi Kumar, played by Anil Kapoor. He is the son of Vijay, played by Amitabh Bachchan, and Roma Devi, played by Smita Patil, and grandson of DCP Ashwin Kumar, played by Dilip Kumar. He has returned home from city after giving his BA examination. After coming home, Ravi Kumar tells his grandfather DCP Ashwin Kumar that he also wants to work in the police. On this, his grandfather DP Ashwin Kumar tells that honest people have to pay a big price for working in the police. On this, Ravi's mother Roma Devi sweetly dots him and tells him to sleep and let grandfather sleep too. On this, DCP Ashwin Kumar tells his daughter-in-law that he is preparing to go to his job. In such a situation, he should be told about this right now. Then he asks Ravi Kumar whether he talked to her mother about this or not. To this, Ravi says that he has talked to his mother about this. She also has the same opinion about the police job as you have. Then Ravi Kumar asks his grandfather DCP Ashwin Kumar that you were also an officer in the police. Then DCP Ashwin Kumar says that today I will tell you the story of me and my son Vijay. On this, Ravi asks, who is Vijay? My father? Then DCP Ashwin Kumar says yes and starts telling the story of himself and his son Vijay to Ravi Kumar. DCP Ashwin Kumar and his wife Sheetal Kumar, played by Rekha Guljar, are living a happy life. Their happiness is further enhanced when they are blessed with a son named Vijay. Both husband and wife happily raise their son and dream big. One day, DCP gives him Ashwin Kumar information about a smuggler named Yashwant through his senior officer and tells him that a warrant has been pending against him for many years. This police have not been able to arrest him yet because some of the police personnel are in courts with him and some are afraid of him. On this, DCP Ashwin Kumar goes to the smuggler Yashwant's hideout saying that he will arrest him in a day. While DCP Ashwin Kumar arrives near Yashwant's house, closely observing the activities on the way to his hideout, Yashwant gets to know from his intelligence that a police officer has come to arrest him. This person, Yashwant, who is fearless of the police, threatens DCP Ashwin by saying that till now no police has ever come here. On this, DCP Yashwant says that whether anyone has come or not, but I have come. Then Yashwant says, now that you have come, you will not go back because your life is in my hands. On this, DCP Ashwin Kumar says that if I have come, then I will go and will take you along with me because your warrant is in my pocket. Then first Yashwant's goon attacks him. After beating all the goons, DCP Ashwin Kumar beats Yashwant too and handcuffs him and locks him up in the lockup. After Yashwant's arrest, there is panic among the smugglers. J.K. Verma, played by Amrish Puri, hatches a plan to free Yashwant from the clutches of the police. As per the plan, he kidnapped DCP Ashwin Kumar's son Vijay from school. In the evening, DCP Ashwin Kumar comes home. Not seeing Vijay there, he questions his wife Sheetal Kumar about Vijay not returning from home yet. To this, his wife Sheetal tells him that she got a call from school that Vijay will be a little late for his school today. Later, he will be taken home. Sheetal Kumar was still talking to her husband DCP Ashwin Kumar about Vijay when the phone rang in the house. DCP Ashwin Kumar picks up the phone, introduces himself and asks the caller his name and address. On this, he asks DCP Ashwin Kumar to stop giving his name and address and talk straight to the point. He tells him that his son Vijay is currently in his custody. To free him, he will have to do something that will give the smuggler Yashwant, who is in his custody, a chance to escape from there. He also makes Vijay talk to Ashwin Kumar on the phone. Vijay repeatedly requests his father to release him and DCP Ashwin Kumar assures him that nothing will happen. Then the criminal disconnects the call saying that you are given 1 hour to think. Meanwhile, his wife Sheetal Kumar arrives there and wants to know about the incident from him. What happened to my son Vijay? What did the criminals kidnap him? What harm did he do to him? Meanwhile, JK is consulting his friends. He also tells Vijay, who is locked in a room, that if his father wants him, then he will release the criminal Yashwant, else he will leave you to die. Then he calls one of his confidants, KD Narang, played by Kulbhushan Kharbanda, telling him that he is going somewhere on some important work. If he is unable to return, it is Narang, you will call DCP Ashwin at sharp 8 p.m. to seek his opinion and will tape the entire conversation. Then he leaves from there. Narang calls DCP Ashwin at exactly 8 p.m. DCP Ashwin tells him that I know my son is in your custody right now, but Yashwant is a criminal and I cannot release him. You can do whatever you want with my son. Kill him. But I will not spare the criminal Yashwant. Vijay, who is locked in the room, also hears Narang's phone conversation with DCP Ashwin Kumar. When JK comes back here, Narang plays him all the taped conversation. On this, JK sends criminals to bring Vijay there. When the criminals are bringing Vijay, Vijay bites the criminals and escapes from their clutches. While running away, he comes in front of Narang, but after thinking a bit, Narang sends the criminals back saying that there is no one around. Then Vijay jumps on a passing vehicle and escapes from there and reaches his house. Meanwhile, DCP Ashwin raids JK's hideouts with a heavy police force. While beating up the criminals, he asks him about his son Vijay, but no criminals is able to tell him where his son Vijay is at the moment. In anger, DCP Ashwin starts beating the criminals even more. Just then, a police inspector tells him that his son has reached his home. When DCP Ashwin comes home after getting the news of Vijay reaching home, his wife Sheetal tells Vijay that son, look, father has come. On this, DCP Ashwin signals her to keep quiet, and when he comes to Vijay's room, Vijay is sleeping there. Ashwin and Seetal see him and go back from there. In the dream, Vijay sees his father's conversation with the criminals, how instead of feeling his son Vijay, his father considered his duty more important and left him to the criminals to do whatever they wanted with him. The next day, when DCP Ashwin gets ready to go to the office in uniform and calls Vijay to drop him to the school as usual, his wife tells him that he has already gone to school. DCP Ashwin gets a little upset with this. Then Seetal says that many other children also go to school alone. One day Vijay is traveling by trains. There is a girl sitting in the compartment in which he is sitting. At a station, some criminals board on the compartment, and seeing a girl alone, they start molesting her. Seeing this, Vijay fights with the criminals and saves the girl from their clutches. Then he goes to drop her to her house. Here the girl shows him her house and says that she makes very good coffee, but Vijay says that he is in a hurry right now. Then she tells that my name is Roma and I sing Indian music in a hotel Smart. If you get time, do come to listen to my music. Vijay leaves from there saying that he will definitely come. One day DCP Ashwin calls JK to his office. When JK comes to his office, he is smoking a cigar. DCP Ashwin asks him to put out the cigar outside and come inside. When JK comes inside after putting out the cigar, DCP Ashwin tells him the names of some criminals and their crimes and arrests, and says that all these people have been caught from different places, but they have one thing in common. All of them have been employees of one or other institution at some point of time. On this, JK says that a lot of people work for him. It is not his responsibility to see what they do after leaving their job and going to another place. Then DCP Ashwin shows him some photographs. At first, he denies to recognize them, but when DCP Ashwin shows him to the photographs taken of him shaking hands and taking with those criminals, seeing this photograph, he hesitates a bit at first, but immediately regains his composure and says that he is a successful businessman. He meets many people in connection with business. In such a situation, he cannot say much about who is this. DCP Ashwin tells him that he had called him just to warn him if he is involved in such crimes, then he should quickly stay away from it. Otherwise, he will be inside the prison. After warning JK, when DCP Ashwin returns home in the evening and does not find his son Vijay there, he questions his wife Seetal about his whereabouts. Before Seetal can say anything, DCP Ashwin asks her another question, that you were saying that he is looking for a job. Did he get any job or not? Seetal says that he will get it. He is trying. On this, DCP Ashwin says that if you are not getting a job, then do some small business, get settled somewhere. We have only one son. Just when both of them were talking about this, then a call comes from the office. It is told that someone has filed a case against Vijay for assault in a local train 2 days ago. On this, DCP tells his subordinate police officer to call Vijay also to the same office. When Vijay goes to the office, the DCP tells him about the case, that one of the boys were from a respectable family. That man should also know that girls who travel in local trains are also respectable. On this, DCP Ashwin questions why no girl's name is mentioned in this report. Then Vijay says that there should be no name, but the matter is only about any attempt to molest a girl. On this, DCP Ashwin questions him about knowing the name and address of the girl. Then he sends him to his subordinates after saying that go and take his statement. Before Vijay goes to give the statement, DCP Ashwin stops Vijay and advises him that he should not disobey the law in this manner, otherwise he may have wanted to register the case in the police station, but I did not let her go do so. After the unnecessary efforts to convince him, On this, his mother Sital says that he is your father, not your enemy. Then Vijay says that I don't need to be explained again and again by anyone. Then he asks his mother for blessing that he is going to give an interview in a hotel today. He should be successful in it. When he goes to give the interview in that hotel, the person who is taking his interview there, he refuses to give Vijay a job on the grounds that he has the educational qualification but no work experience. To this, Vijay replies that he will get experience only when people give him work, but despite accepting what Vijay is saying is right, he refuses to give Vijay a job. By then, hearing their conversation, the hotel owner D.K. Narang reaches there and tells Vijay to work on the job and that Vijay should start working as the assistant manager in the hotel from tomorrow. After getting the job, Vijay goes to meet Roma at the hotel where she is currently performing her music program. After Roma's music over, both Vijay and Roma come together to Roma's house. Roma thanks Vijay for coming there to listen to his song and says that I thought you might have forgotten. On this, Vijay says that he does not forget anything. Then he tells Roma that I want to tell you a happy thing. On this, Roma says that you got a job. Vijay asks how to take this to his heart. Then Rama says that for a person who is looking for a job, what can be a happier thing than getting a job? Then Vijay says that it is too late and he goes home. Seeing him here, DCP Ashwin calls him and asks him whether his mother told him that he has got a job in a hotel. Vijay says yes to this. Then DCP Ashwin says that but you must also know that the hotel belongs to KD Narang, who is a smuggler, and he prevents Vijay to work there as in illegal business are carried out in these hotels. Then Vijay says that some wrongdoings happen even when where you are working. On this, DCP Ashwin gets angry and tells him that you should do that hotel job or else stay here. While thinking for a moment, Vijay tells that the person has done a great favor on him because he had saved him from that death when his father had left him to die among the criminals for the sake of law. On this, DCP Ashwin again tells him to either stay here or work in a hotel and live somewhere else. Vijay thinks it is better to leave the house. When Vijay is leaving the house carrying a suitcase in his hand, Roma sees him on the road. She stops her car and comes to Vijay and asks him whether he is going somewhere with the suitcase or coming from somewhere. Vijay says that he is leaving his house. Then he tells Roma that he needs a room. Then Roma says that she has a room vacant. However, Vijay is little hesitant to live there and he says that what will people say about both of them if they live there together. Then Roma says that people here don't have enough time to say anything about anyone. Then Roma brings him along with her and shows him the rooms of her house and tells him who will live in which house. The next day, when Vijay is going to work in the hotel, he meets the hotel owner Narang near the hotel. A person accompanying him goes away saying that he had forgotten something upstairs. Just then, a criminal shoots at Narang with the intention of killing him, but Vijay sees him doing so and pushes Narang aside, thus saving his life. These criminals were sent by JK. JK scores these criminals thoroughly. When he comes to know that Vijay is the son of DCP Ashwin, he asks the men to exaggerate this matter and get it published in the newspaper so that firstly Vijay will get out of his way. Secondly, DCP Ashwin's reputation will fall, which will make him to do illegal work easily. And thirdly, DK Narang, who was after him till yesterday, will become weak. On the other hand, Narang tells Vijay not to discuss this incident with anyone. On the other hand, Narang asks Vijay not to discuss this incident with anyone. Then Vijay says that he does not know anything about this. Then Narang again thanks him and Vijay says that once he too had saved his life and he tells him about the incident when JK had kidnapped DCP Ashwin's 8-year-old son. Then he gave him a chance to escape. While escaping from JK's clutches, Nanang is little hesitant to know that Vijay is DCP Ashwin's son, but Vijay tells him what happened. He not longer lives with DCP Ashwin. Since when Vijay leaves home, his mother Sheetal Kumar is very upset and comes to meet him at his camp. Vijay is surprised to see his mother coming home. He asks his mother how did she get the information about his house. On this, the mother Sheetal Kumar says that I am a mother, and a mother always finds out about her son, whether the son has any relationship with the mother or not. On this, Vijay says that I was really missing you a lot. It is good that you came. After this, his mother Sheetal asks him who all live in the room, so he tells about himself and with a little hesitation says that this flat is not mine but of Roma who lives in the adjacent room. After this, when his mother asks him to go to home, he refuses to go there and says that I have no complaint against you. You can come here whenever you want. On this, his mother says that I will stay here. I will leave your father to live alone. He is very bad, isn't he? How do you know? Some or other pretension. He keeps calling home again and again from the office just to know whether you have returned home or not. On this, Vijay says that okay, I will do as you say. Then his mother Sheetal Kumar says that then come with me right now. On this, Vijay says that at least I should meet the person whose bungalow this is and who will give me a place to stay here. You go today, I will come home tomorrow. After his mother leaves, Vijay informs Roma about all these things. Roma also says that after all, you are the only child of your parents. They must feel bad if you are not there. On this, Vijay asks, and will you not feel bad if I leave? Roma remains silent on this. Then Vijay says that he wants to talk to her. Then Roma says that everything cannot be said by speaking. Some things are meant to be understood without speaking, and I understand what you want to say. A rowdy man listening to their conversation comes there and tries to misbehave with Roma. Vijay and Roma both start to walk away from him. Then he stops Roma in the middle and says that he will listen to her song. He also asks Vijay that is she his mistress, that she is playing a middleman. Vijay gets furious at this and beats up that ruffian badly. Later, he calls the hotel guard and hands him over to him. The guard takes him out. On coming out, the ruffian tells the guard that as per your instructions, I acted as a drunkard. Now give me money. I have got beaten up badly and you people did not even save me. On this, the guard says that he has to do another drama and that drama will be of a dead body. Saying so, he stabs him in the stomach and shows the report of Vijay killing him in the police station. When Vijay comes home after meeting Roma, DCP Ashwin starts talking to him. Then the police comes to him with a warrant and tells him that he has been accused of a murder. Vijay repeatedly says that he has not committed any murder, but the police is showing him the warrant. Seeing this, Vijay's mother Sheetal Kumar comes there from the kitchen and tells her husband to send his policeman away because her son is innocent. He cannot swear falsely on her. On this, DCP Ashwin says that if he is innocent, he will be released soon. Then he asks the police to take him away. The police takes him and lock him up in the lockup. DCP Ashwin comes to meet him here and asks Vijay why he refused to give a statement to the police. When Vijay asks this, his father, that will police believe his statement and release him? Then DCP Ashwin says that giving punishment or releasing someone is the job of the court and not the police. Then Vijay talks about giving his statement in the court only. However, DCP Ashwin repeatedly asks Vijay to help the police and tells him to forget that his father is in front of him. Vijay just kept repeating that you never talk to me like a father, you always talk to me like a police officer. Vijay was still repeating this when a police officer come and informed DCP Ashwin that someone has brought Vijay's bail. On this, DCP Ashwin comes to his office and the person in front introduces himself as KD Narang and his lawyer gives him the bail papers. In this way, Vijay gets bail. Then KD Narang tells Vijay that Vijay, I am ready to do anything for you. Then Vijay also repeats that I am also ready to do anything for you. Seeing Vijay going with KD Narang, DCP Ashwin advises him not to go so far with these criminals people that it becomes difficult to come back to normal life. Then Vijay says that he is not going to come to the bar. After Vijay leaves, DCP gets emotional after meeting his wife Sital Kumar and says that those criminals brought my son with the power of money. I kept watching and could not do anything. On the other hand, when Vijay comes to his hotel with KD Narang, KD Narang tells him that the person who framed him in the murder case is JK and is not only your enemy but also mine. While both of them were talking like this, a man comes and gives a message to KD Narang asking that his truck with goods was forcibly taken by the JK's men. Then KD Narang tells him to go there with some people so that he can bring the looted mal. Then Vijay says that he will do it alone because he will enjoy torturing JK and not distribute it among others. Then he comes to a hotel from there where JK is getting down from the stairs and JK is coming down the stairs. Then he calls JK and says that there is a loaded pistol under the coat in his hand and his hands are on the trigger and its bullets are not so expensive that they can not be used. Then JK asks, what do you want to say? To this he says that I will take you to the place and talk to you there. For now, come with me and sit in the car parked below and do not show any smartness, otherwise I will pull the trigger, the bullet will fire and you will die. Reminding him of way JK had treated him when he was 8 years old. He treated JK in the same way. Then he called the JK men to return all the belongings to DK Narang, and when he asked to listen to the boss, he asked JK to call and give the order. Meanwhile, JK gets a chance and knocks the revolver out of his hands, but Vijay quickly attacks JK and picks up the revolver again and tells him that today is my day, not yours. Then he brings him to his warehouse where JK gets a chance and runs away, and his men move to catch Vijay. Then Vijay beats everyone and sets his warehouse on fire, and then he escapes from there by boarding a truck and comes to DK Narang. DK Narang says that you are like a son to me. I don't know, when I meet you for the first time, I thought that you are my son. To this Vijay says that you can call me by any other name, but I have started hating this name son. The case involving Vijay in the police department takes a new turn when the police commissioner, played by Ashok Kumar, talks about taking Vijay's case from DCP Ashwin and handing it over to another officer. On this, DCP Ashwin says that this case should be left with me. Does the department no longer have faith in my ability, or because of Vijay is my son, the department feels that I will not work properly in this case? On this, the police commissioner explains to him that police is very proud of your duty and the example of this is the medal shining on your chest. But apart from this duty of the police job, another duty is also being suppressed under that uniform, that is a father's duty towards his son. On this, DCP Ashwin says that I don't know how many criminals I have handcuffed with these hands, but if I am not able to do the same in my son's case, then I will consider myself guilty. What right did I have to handcuff these criminals? They too were someone's son. After listening to this argument of DCP Ashwin, the police commissioner lets the case remain with him. When DCP Ashwin reaches home from office in the evening, he finds his wife Sheetal Kumar lost in grief. Then he tells her that he does not given her anything in her entire life, and he has the pride that he has never done anything wrong. He did not turn away from his duty, and what else did he had to give her? Then he tells his wife that I cannot see you sad, and if you want, then I can even break this pride of mine for your happiness. On this, his wife Sheetal Kumar says that I am proud of your pride. I just want my son to come back to me. DCP Ashwin then says, don't I want this? But he is walking on the path with the criminals which can lead him to gallows. Then his wife Sheetal Kumar says that I will go to Vijay myself. He is my son. I will bring him and him over to the law, and then he will be free from punishment and will live with us. Saying this, Sheetal Kumar comes to Vijay's bungalow. While talking to Vijay about his work, she says that you have become a criminal by playing with the law. You can remove this stigma of being a criminal by surrendering yourself to the law. Saying this, Sheetal Kumar started watching Vijay, and then Vijay says that he is no criminal now. He was criminal when he was at his father's house, and in spite of his telling himself innocence, he was brought into the jail. Vijay's mother Sheetal Kumar got angry at this and slapped Vijay hard on the cheek and said, how can you even think that he must have sent me to spy on you? You will not be able to match his qualities even after taking 10 births. It seems someone sent me to the wrong address. My son Vijay is not here, but a criminal lives here. Saying this, she returns to her home. After coming home, she falls ill. DCP Ashwin takes care of her, but even then, seeing no improvement in her condition, one day he calls Vijay to meet him at the seashore. Here he talks about handing Vijay over to the law. Vijay does not like this. Then he repeats that as a son you had abandoned me to the very day when I was trapped in the clutches of criminals JK and was pleading my father to rescue me. Then for the sake of your duty you left me to die with the criminals. On this, DCP Ashwin tells him that you have already broken all ties with me. But if you love your mother, then go and meet her. She is very ill. Hearing this, Vijay goes straight from there to meet his mother. Seeing his mother's condition, he gets very upset and tells her to come with him. I will get you treated in the world's renowned hospital. Father will not be able to do this. On this, his mother says that if your father wanted, he could have earned a lot of money. But he gave importance to duty and honesty. Today there is not a single penny of injustice or illegal in my house. In such a situation, the money with which you will buy medicine for me, that dishonest money will be like a poison for me. So will you mix poison with medicine and give it to your mother? Vijay does not get any answer. And he leaves from there saying that, okay mother, I am leaving, but you get well soon or else. After this, he comes to his bungalow and starts drinking a lot of alcohol. When Roma stops him from doing so, Vijay says that when the liquor runs out, I have a lot of money to buy many such liquors. But I don't have a single penny to buy medicine for my mother. Then he tells Roma that my father married twice, once to my mother and once to his job. I am my mother's son and Law is his second son from the job. Law is my stepbrother. The next day around 10 a.m., Vijay starts going to DK Narang. Then Roma asks him to listen to something. On this, Vijay says that she will tell him to stop doing this illegal work. On this, Roma says that I am not going to say all this. I am just going to say that I am going to become a mother On this, Vijay asks Roma, "Will you marry me?" After getting Roma's consent, Roma and Vijay go to the temple and get married. After returning home from the temple, Roma tells Vijay that she wants to take the blessing of her in-laws. On this, Vijay says that if she wants, she can go to my parents and take their blessing, but I will not go. Apart After this, when Roma reaches Vijay's house alone, she meets DCP Ashwin here. He asks Roma about coming here. With a lot of hesitation, Roma tells him that she is married to Vijay. On this, DCP Ashwin says that why did you not tell so straight away that you are the daughter-in-law of this house? Then he takes her to meet his wife Sheetal. When Sheetal starts telling Roma that Vijay did not even inform us when he got married, then DCP Ashwin stops her from saying such things. When Sheetal asks Roma if she had taken permission from her family for the marriage, Roma says that if she had family, she would have taken permission. I don't have anyone. Then Sheetal gets up and takes out a necklace from the cupboard and puts it around Roma's neck, saying that my mother-in-law made me wear this necklace. Today I am making you wear it. Now never say that I have no one. On the other side, Vijay gets a call from DK Narang. DK Narang tells him that Tiwari had called and he wants to deal with his for the diamond in a hotel. Vijay then expresses his displeasure as to why he talks like this on the phone, as the phone can be tapped by the police, but then he takes the diamond from DK Narang and leaves for the hotel. At the same time, DCP Ashwin also gets a call from the police office and he is informed about diamond smuggling among smugglers in a hotel. DCP Ashwin first scolds the police office person for giving the information in such a short time, but when he is told from there that the police office also received this information in very short time, then he wear his uniform and leave for that hotel. As soon as the diamond transaction is completed, DCP Ashwin raids the hotel. Then Vijay sits in his car and starts running fast. DCP Ashwin is chasing him in his jeep, but near a school, Vijay escapes with his car through a line of students going to the school but avoiding rules. DCP Ashwin backs up his car, fearing that some students might get injured. After this, when DCP Ashwin is coming to his office, the news reporters surround him and say that they deliberately let Vijay go because he is his own son. DCP Ashwin gets angry at this reporter making such allegation and he scolds the reporters. The next day, when the news was published in all the newspaper with the headlines that because of him being a son, DCP Ashwin gives smuggler Vijay a chance to escape. Then, after the news was published in the newspaper, the police department decided to hand over this case to another officer. The police superintendent came and told DCP Ashwin to hand over the papers of this case to another officer. On this, DCP Ashwin asked him, "Then you are also thinking the same way as other people are thinking?" He asked the police superintendent to give him 2 days so that he can fulfill his duty and clear the allegation against him. The police superintendent says that despite the decision of the police headquarters, I am giving you 2 days from my side, considering your ability and passion for duty. On this, DCP Ashwin says that he will do it in 48 hours and otherwise he has given the resignation letter after 2 days to him. After this, DCP Ashwin along with his subordinate police officer is conducting police raids in the entire city wherever illegal activities are taking place. JK has suffered the most due to this police raid. The police have confiscated all the goods from his warehouse. This frightens JK a lot. His men have made a fake passport for him to flee abroad. He says that the police will search for him here and JK will be having fun abroad. JK says that before I go abroad, I want to see DCP Ashwin dead because he is the reason for my destruction. DK Narang is just informing Vijay that JK has vowed to kill his father. With this, firing starts both the sides as police had surrounded the building. At one point, DCP Ashwin becomes Vijay's target, but Vijay throws away his pistol. Then DCP Ashwin arrests him. After arresting Vijay, DCP Ashwin comes home from the office and meets his wife Seetal and expresses his desire to talk to her. Seetal asks him if Vijay is fine. DCP Ashwin tells her that Vijay is fine and is currently in police custody. Then Seetal Kumar wants to meet her son Vijay. DCP Ashwin himself is bringing his wife Seetal in a jeep to meet her with his son Vijay. Meanwhile, JK, who is thirsty for DCP Ashwin's life, follows him in his car. Unaware of this, when DCP Ashwin gives way to the JK's car and it comes parallel to him, JK aims his rifle at DCP Ashwin and fires at him, but then DCP Ashwin's wife Seetal comes in between and DCP Ashwin is saved. But despite treatment in the hospital, the life of Seetal could not be saved. During his last rites, his son Vijay also comes from the jail and vows to wipe out JK from this world. Then when Vijay is going back to jail under police protection near the railway crossing, when a train is passing by, Vijay escapes by breaking the police security. The police is unable to catch him because a train comes in between. Vijay runs to JK's base, kills his guard and enters inside. He asks the second layer goon present there about JK. He gets into a fight with those people and bullets are fired from both sides. Vijay kills him and succeeds in knowing that JK is going to flee abroad by the 10 p.m. flight. Then Vijay decided to follow him to the aerodrome. Meanwhile, DCP Ashwin also gets the news that Vijay may come to the aerodrome with the intention of killing JK. He also comes wearing a uniform to arrest Vijay. However, in the meantime, many kinds of doubts arises in his mind, which he tells to his daughter-in-law Roma and then leaves for the aerodrome. JK in disguise reaches aerodrome and completes his paperwork and then hides in a toilet so that at the time of departure of the flight he can board the plane and escape from here to a foreign country. But Vijay gets a little suspicious after seeing the toilet because he had already searched everywhere. Then as soon as he opens the toilet, he finds JK there. He starts beating JK mercilessly, but JK gets a chance and runs away from there and starts passing through the crowd of people. Vijay asks him to stop. When he does not stop, Vijay shoots him and then starts running away from there. By then, DCP Ashwin reaches there and chases Vijay to catch him. He repeatedly asks Vijay to stop, but Vijay continues to run away. Then in DCP Ashwin shoots Vijay while he is running away, leaving him seriously injured. DCP Ashwin takes him in his arms and consoles him, but he says that his days of life are numbered. He admits that he loved his father's ideas very much, but circumstances were such that he took a different path and the present situation was created. Saying this, he dies in his father's arms. Then DCP Ashwin comes home. After this, it is shown in the film that after listening to this story, DCP Ashwin tells his grandson Ravi Kumar that now you have to decide whether you should do this job of police or not. On this, Ravi Kumar says that he will now work as a police officer only and follow the highest ideas of his grandfather. Then his mother Roma asks him to take blessing from his grandfather. He takes blessing from his grandfather and then catches a train and goes to the city to pursue further studies. His grandfather, DCP Ashwin, waves him off. Thus, the story of the film Shakti ends here.